Hello everyone, this is iKonakona playing some Battlefield 3. Now this is rush mode on Seine Crossing, and I am really enjoying this map because of the APC. When I play engineer, I just love the APC because one, it's huge. It has so much firepower, it has so much armor, and you can almost go in solo and start just killing people because the enemy team doesn't really have anything. They're all infantry, and so all you have to worry about is people with C4 running up behind you or a lot of RPGs hitting you. So right now I'm playing a little cautiously just to make sure that the area is a little bit clear, and then I'll go in and then tear them up. Another reason why I like this is because the APC is a lot faster than the tank. I tried using tanks in urban environments. If you play on Conquest on this map, you get a tank, with the huge battle tank with the treads and stuff. And the tank is good, has a lot of firepower, but it's a little slow, and in this kind of environment, I think it's really important to be very fast up the streets. If you're really slow, you're going to draw a lot of attention, and the engineers on the enemy team are just going to take you out with AT mines or rocket launcher or RPGs, or someone with C4 is going to sneak up behind you. With this, you can actually outrun support guys who are trying to place C4 or engineers who are trying to either shoot you or place AT mines. So you can see here I'm trying to spawn trap these guys. Really powerful, and I can back up really quickly because this is an APC. Now, every stage of this map has a slightly different strategy on using the APC along with the infantry on your team. As for me on this very first point, these two sets of points, what I like to do is drive the APC right up the middle of the street and try to spawn trap the team. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep them at bay past this area here so that they can't go and defuse. So you can see that since I'm right here, I'm drawing a lot of attention, and I am basically just trying to kill them and spawn trap them so that my guys can go in as infantry and arm those bombs. So that's the strategy that I like to use for this first part of the map. But it's going to change a little bit later on because it's just the maps aren't really built, like each point is not built the same. So sometimes you can't just go in by yourself. You need that infantry support, or just the buildings are kind of a weird position and you just can't go in alone. Now here I'm getting hit a lot and I'm down to 14%, so I bail, and just to make sure that the enemy team can't use that APC, I destroy it. The reason I do that is because I have been on defense before where someone on offense on the attacking team, they ditched and bailed the APC, and I stole it from them, and we completely rolled them. We completely locked down the point so that they couldn't do anything. So I know what it's like when an enemy, or like myself, steals the APC and can completely flip this match around. So that's what I recommend as engineer. If you know you're absolutely gonna die and you don't want to go down with the APC yourself, you want to bail, don't just bail and immediately run away. Try to destroy the APC if you know it's going to go down, because you don't want the enemy stealing it and using it against you. Destroying it is fine because, as you can see, I respawned, the APC respawned, and I'm back in here, doing some work on these guys. So don't worry about destroying the APC because it'll just respawn the next round and you'll be fine. Now, on the second stage of MCOMs, I like to drive up here right next to A once it's armed and provide some support and some covering fire for these guys. These barrels and these kind of shipping containers and all this stuff around me provide some pretty good cover. Right now I'm actually getting hit by, I think it's an enemy mortar. Someone spotted me, so I have to back up a little bit. But this bridge, even though it's very small, it's still... it is still a lot of cover around here. There's a lot of buildings, which means, well, the enemy can pop in and out of your view very quickly, but it also provides me some cover so that I can back up, and just in case like an RPG gets shot at me, I can always back up behind this cover and use it to my advantage. Now in this match, I kind of wish I had a gunner with me all the time, a secondary gunner, because gunners, not only do they kill people who you can't really see, but they also just let you know where people are. They're really good scouts. They'll spot people, and they'll sometimes take care of them if you can't, because as an APC driver, you can only really look in one direction, and infantry are all over the place in this map because this is an urban environment, so it can be tough sometimes to be aware of all of your surroundings, which is why a secondary gunner in the APC is really important. Here I'm getting hammered by a, I don't know what, I think it's an enemy mortar as well as some RPGs, so I jump out and repair my APC. Now, repairing APCs can be a little risky, especially in the urban environments, because you are surrounded by the enemy. But generally, when you want to repair your APC, I recommend jumping out and going to the back of your APC and using your APC as cover. Now, in this game, wherever you're looking, let's say you're in a vehicle like me right now, I'm looking straight forward. If I were to exit the vehicle right now, I would exit on the front of the vehicle because I'm pointing this way. Basically, you will exit the vehicle wherever you're pointing. Now, that can be good sometimes because if you see an enemy and you have to bail, you can quickly jump out, the enemy will be right in front of you and you can take care of him. But it's bad if you want to repair. If you want to repair, basically you're facing towards the enemy, right? And you want to repair all of a sudden, you're going to jump out in front of your vehicle and the enemy is going to start shooting right at you, and they could get you. So that's what I recommend when you want to repair your vehicle. Here, I'm getting hammered. So you can see here, I jump out and I immediately go to the back of my APC and use the APC as cover. Unfortunately, on this map, right here, right where I decided to park the APC, it rolls down the hill. There's a hill here and it continuously rolls down, so I'm constantly trying to like walk backwards and trying to repair at the same time. But you'll see me use this strategy a lot. I jump out, I go in the back of my APC and start to repair because I'm using the APC itself as cover so that I don't get taken out while I'm being repaired. Now, it didn't always used to be like this. If you guys played Battlefield 2, you'll know that to repair a vehicle, you don't actually have to get out of the vehicle. What we used to do in Battlefield 2 was go into vehicles. Engineers would go into vehicles, and basically the engineers would become like a repair tool, basically. All you have to do is drive the vehicle up to friendly vehicles, and you don't have to get out of your vehicle to repair. It will just repair nearby vehicles. So, a tank. Oh, by the way, here. Look at this. EOD bot. Gotta watch out for those guys. Those guys can kill you, by the way. I didn't know, but those guys can actually go up to you and kill you. So, you gotta watch out for those EOD bots. But yeah, in Battlefield 2, you could always, like, just create like a convoy of people with vehicles and constantly be repaired. But with this one, with this game, Battlefield 3, you have to jump out and, you know, repair. So here, I try to jump out again. I try to repair, but too many rockets, I don't jump out fast enough, and I lose the APC. But on this last point, the points are really deep in, especially B. The very last point is very deep in. Another EOD bot. What is up with he tried to hide in the tree there. But yeah, the very last point on this map, on Rush, is deep inside this building, so the APC won't help that much. This is all infantry on this last point, so A is not too bad, it's right outside, so the APC will help there. But going to this last point, APC won't help that much. Now it's time to charge as an infantry. Now, I don't know too much about this last point because I haven't had an opportunity to play on this last point very much. Usually, rush maps don't go all the way to the very last point. Either you're stuck on the first or second point, or you just end somewhere in the middle. But the last point here, it's all about infantry, and I don't really know the routes. I know there's a way to go on the right side. You can actually go down right side through the basement or something like that and up the stairs. But this last point, I don't really know. Even from the defensive side, I don't really know the layout. So, yeah, don't really know much about that. But it is infantry, so expect some really close quarters combat. So that's today's video. If you're new around here and you enjoyed it, you can click on that yellow button and subscribe to me. Also, 2 videos you may have missed. On the left, some soldier on Barn Blitz, and on the right, I talk about some TDM tactics or team deathmatch tactics in Battlefield 3. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.